looking at these videos, it just makes me feel sad and disgusted, you know, to think that people would do this to other people, fellow human beings.
Didn't actually think I would cry.
It's such a deep emotional hurt.
We can no longer be economical about the truth.
We're the country that boasts Ubuntu. Or at least we boasted Ubuntu.
It's horrible, and it has nothing to do with our culture.
I don't understand how we can come from the same soil, how we can breathe the same air, look the same, have the same skin, the same flesh, and we still don't see each other as equals.
And I am ashamed. I'm not even afraid to say that. I am ashamed.
Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. You are queening with TK. I'm sorry about that. Okay, you're queening with TK, and legit, when I sat down right now to take this video, I thought I was gonna speak about something else, like all the time. That's because I plan what I'm gonna speak about, you know, I plan. But now I just saw something that just put me off the whole thing that I was going to speak about. So before I get into what I'm going to speak about now, which is unscripted, unplanned, please, if it's your first time joining me, please do subscribe, like, and share the video. And if it is not your first time, thank you so much for continuing to support me, and you know, welcome back. And also tell your friends to tell their friends, because the more we are, the merrier. The goal is at least 100 subscribers, so slowly but surely we are getting there. Okay guys, so what I want to speak about is this xenophobic attacks that are going on. Guys, this is not on. As South Africans, this is definitely not on. And you know, it makes me so sad, because I had actually thought, the reason that I'd actually planned to talk about something else today is because I thought that, okay, this is over. This is we're not dealing with this anymore. People are fine. But I just saw now that people are saying that in Johannesburg CBD things are bad. So we're back to square one. And if you did notice, on Friday I didn't have a Fun Friday video, because I felt like that would be very insensitive of me. There's nothing fun about last week Friday. There was the whole xenophobic attacks. There was the whole rape women thing. So I was like, no, I can't say I'm going to post a Fun Friday video, because I'm not in that space. There's no fun in last week's Friday, so that's why I didn't post it. And I've been kind of keeping quiet about this whole xenophobic attacks that is going on. But guys, it's getting out of hand. It really is getting out of hand, and it's sad. It is sad. And what makes it more sad is, firstly, it's black on black violence. You would never, you see, the people that are busy attacking people from outside the country, whether Nigeria, Malawi, Zimbabwe, etc., those are people that are not firstly, they're not working. They have nothing better to do with their lives. Most of them, they're uneducated. Even maybe some are educated, like I'm saying most, I'm not sure. Most of them, they're uneducated. They have nothing better to do with their lives. And on top of that, the same people, if an Italian person, if someone from Paris or someone with a London accent came to South Africa and they saw that person, they wouldn't even care whether that person has papers or not. The only thing that they will say is, boss, can I have a job? Just because that person is white. But just because now the other people that they are taking, it's black people, automatically they think they don't have papers. How do you even know that they don't have papers? Fine, some don't have papers, just like some people from London and France don't have papers. But how sure are you that all these black people from East and West Africa, they don't have papers? How sure are you? Even if they don't have papers, how is that any of your concern? How is that any of your concern? How are they bothering you in any way? Because the same drugs that you guys are saying that they are selling to people, you are the same people that buy those drugs. You are the same people that buy those drugs. I don't understand. You know, these people from outside the country, they would take any job. If even me, the lady that helps me, like with my chores around the house, she is not from South Africa. You know why? Because people from South Africa, they would say, no, I would never work for another black person. But they know that they need jobs. You know, someone from South Africa would rather starve than go around selling mealies, go around selling what's this thing to sweep, it's brooms, yes, like mshanelo, yes. Someone from South Africa would rather starve than help me with my washing, because when they can't work for another black person. They can't do that. So what do you expect them to do? Because these people, they're not doing anything wrong. If you have a problem that they're selling drugs, stop buying their drugs then. If you have a problem that they're taking your women, treat your women better. That's a thing that I've actually heard, you know, women saying that you guys are saying that we must stop dating Nigerians and Malawians and all these other African people. But you guys treat us like trash. You treat us like trash as women. They treat us because it's like, it's, you know, this thing, it's like culture. Back home where they come from, they were taught that a woman is a queen. You have to respect a woman. You have to provide for a woman. You have to love a woman. And this is how you love a woman. Here in South Africa, most people are not taught that. They're not taught that, especially with the amount of absent fathers and broken families that we have in South Africa. Most men, they grow up not knowing how to treat women. So then they end up now getting angry at us for going out and, you know, wanting to be treated better and going for men that are from outside the country. So what are we supposed to do? So you're telling me we're supposed to stay for your shit just because you are South African and the person that treats me good is not South African? What do you expect us to do? Fine, I get that some are bad. Okay, fine. You're saying that they're bad because they're selling drugs. They're doing prostitution. They're buying. No, not that they are prostituting themselves. They are buying South African prostitutes. Right? They are buying South African prostitutes. You say that they're bad. Why are you buying their drugs then? Why are you buying their drugs? As a South African prostitute, why are you taking Nigerian clients then? If that's such an issue, why are you taking Nigerian clients? People that own brothels, why then don't you have a sign that says no Nigerians allowed, no Malawians allowed, nothing allowed? People that own strip clubs, why are you allowing these people to come in your clubs then if you saying now you're gonna turn on them after they've boosted your business and they've helped you make money, then you're gonna turn on them and say no, they're buying prostitutes or they turn our girls into prostitutes? Nobody would ever turn anyone into a prostitute unless they want to. If I right now wake up one day and be like, you know what, fuck this thing of working, I am done, fuck school, fuck everything, I wanna be a prostitute. Nobody told me to do that. It's a personal decision that I take. And who I sell to is nobody's business. I really don't get what's the big issue here. I really don't get it. And what frustrates me the most, as I'm sure you guys can see, I'm really frustrated because this thing, it has to end. It has to end. I mean, we can't start and end September, such a beautiful month, in the way that we've started and looks like we're going to end, because now these xenophobic attacks are back again. Worst thing is that these people that attack the foreigners, they're not just now attacking the foreigners. There's a township, I'm not sure where it is because I'm not sure. I'm not really good with townships. I'm not sure if it's Germiston or where, but there is a township where a friend of mine, she stays there. I forgot the name of the township, I'm sorry. She's saying Chicken Licken was they broke in a Chicken Licken and then they destroyed Chicken Licken. Why? Is it a foreigner owned Chicken Licken? Rage, that store was destroyed. Mr. Price, People just went in malls and started destroying people. You know, there's this video that I saw that made me so angry. People were going to a liquor store. They were going to a fucking liquor store to destroy the liquor store and take free alcohol. And they are busy shouting in excitement, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be drunk for 3 months. You'd never see a foreigner do that. You would never see a foreigner do that. Because you know why? They know what they came here for. They came here to work. And what I also hate, what makes it worse for us, is that we've got people that are in other countries. And if you're gonna say just because you know one Nigerian or two Nigerian or three Nigerians that don't have papers, that means all 3,000 or 4,000 Nigerians that are here don't have papers. That means that if you yourself go outside the country, and then they know that in South Africa, maybe let's say you go to Nigeria for work or whatever, or study or whatever that you're going to be doing, then they know that you're South African. Is it fair that now you get crucified just because you're from South Africa? Maybe you're there, maybe to work, you were never even involved in the xenophobic attacks, you were like me, you were not participating, you were not tolerating this whole xenophobic thing, but just because you are South African, is it fair for you to be crucified for all of us as a country? So now, if you're gonna say no, it's not fair, then how come it is fair for you as a South African to say just because you know one or two Nigerians or Malawians that don't have papers, you assume that all Nigerians and Malawians and Zimbabweans don't have papers? And even if they don't have papers, how is that any of your business? How is that any of your business? I really don't understand. I really don't understand. And what I hate the most is that it's black people. It's black people. During the xenophobic attacks, you'd never see them attacking Italian or people from America. Even a black person. I have a friend. That friend of mine is from the UK. He is black, but no one attacks him. They just hear the accent and oh my goodness, it's got an accent. Isn't he a foreigner? But just because it's from America, so now it's different. But if he had a Nigerian accent, then it would be a different issue. Why? I really don't get it. And what I fear the most is there's some of us, like myself, I want to go outside the country and broaden my horizons. I want to go to London. I want to go to Paris. So now what's gonna happen then if people from that side, I want before I even get to London and Paris, I want to be able to travel Africa and explore and see Africa as a continent. So what's going to happen to me if I want to travel, whether it's for academic purposes or it's for work purposes or it's holiday or whatever, what's going to happen to me as a South African when I get there and you people have created this thing about South Africans? As soon as I say my name is Sandega and I'm from South Africa, what do you think is going to happen to me as a person? While I'm just sitting here, I'm not even part of the attacks. Is that fair? Is it really, really fair? I mean, there's this video. It's just that, guys, I won't post videos that are were circulating around because I don't want to be a part of it. I feel like it's very gruesome, it's brutal, it's not good. But there's this video that was going around where they were actually watching a guy burn to death. No, actually I'm wrong. They were not watching him burn. They made sure that he burned, because when he was burning, and he was trying, it was so sad, he was trying to stand up, and I don't know what he thought he was doing, but he was trying to save himself. He was fighting for his life. And you know what South Africans did? While they were circulating him, watching him like some freak show, some guy just came and he threw timber on him. You know that timber, it makes like the fire, it's got that fire hydrant thing, so it makes something burn more. He just threw timber at him. While he's burning, people were still throwing stones at him, as if watching him burn is not bad enough. watching him burn is not bad enough. So guys, this is sad, and it is disgusting to say the least, because you would never ever see an educated South African doing this. You would never. You know what an educated South African would say? They'd probably say something like, you know, I wish that, you know, there were not a lot of people from outside the country in our country, or, you know, I wish that, you know, we were not we were not competing for job opportunities with people from outside the country. Someone educated who's kind of xenophobic would say that, but they wouldn't straight out just go there and beat someone just because they're from Africa, West or East Africa. But the people that are not educated, so-called, they're actually losers. The losers that have nothing to do with their lives, that are just sitting at home, they wake up, they eat, they fart, they sleep. They're taking all their frustrations out on the Nigerians and the Malawians. And this really touches me, and it makes me so angry. And, you know, I remember there's this other time, there was where I was in a complex where I was staying, there was this conflict. So because I am from KZN, and right now I stay in Joburg, so I mostly speak English. Reason being is that I don't understand Tswana. Actually, I was still very new, so I don't understand Tswana, and I don't understand Pedi. I don't understand like all these languages. So most of the time when someone, you know, communicates with me in those languages, then I'd speak English. So what happened is that these people, when there was this conflict, because I was communicating in English with them, then they just assumed that I am not South African. I'm not South African just because I'm speaking English. I had to show them my ID for them to believe that I'm South African. Even when I speak Zulu, just because my Zulu has an accent, because mina ngumZulu wase KZN, so iZulu sami vele sine accent asifani nale Zulu lesisala eJohannesburg. So just because my Zulu had an accent, they just assumed that I'm not Zulu. I had to show my ID to prove that I'm Zulu. Why did I go as far as showing my ID? Because I was trying to protect myself. So now imagine someone who has the papers. They have the papers, but maybe it's an Islam paper, or it's a work permit or whatever. What would they have done in that kind of situation? How unsafe would they have felt? Because even me, I was a bit shocked, you know, and I was obviously a bit scared. Like, okay, so now I have to show my ID, like I have to show proof that I'm South African, but I'm black. Shouldn't that be proof enough? Shouldn't that say, you know, I am human, I am African, doesn't matter, even if I'm from Malawi, doesn't matter, I am black, and I'm not bothering anyone, because they were just checking, because there's a conflict that happened in the complex, so they were just checking. But just because I was speaking English to them, then they just assumed that I'm not black. I'm not black, sorry. They just assumed that I'm not South African. So, you know, guys, this thing, it's really bad, and I really want it to stop. I don't know what I can do to make it stop. And you know, it's not like, you know, if the foreigners were to leave this country, you know, a lot of things would go wrong. And I know with this video, a lot of people, no, not a lot, some people will disagree with me, but that's fine. That is your opinion. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. So if you go, do you know in the percentage of Nigerian doctors that we have in this country? So if they leave, if they're able to hire Nigerian people to be our doctors, so if those Nigerian people leave that are doctors, what's gonna happen? You're gonna turn around and say, no, the government is not doing their jobs, so now we're dying in hospitals just because now 100 or 200 Nigerian doctors left, and there's a shortage of doctors in the country. But now, because when you didn't want any, you know, people from outside the country being here, now you're gonna die in hospitals. I mean, guys, this thing, it must really stop. It must really stop. And you know, I feel scared for people that are from outside South Africa, and I'm deeply sorry. You know, like I'm saying, there's a friend of mine, he's here, but he's from America, and you know, this other time I called him and I was like, you know what, I'm really sorry, because I felt like this thing, even though I'm not involved, but we are one, we are the country, we are South Africa, we are South Africans. So I felt the need to say, you know what, I am so sorry that at the time that you choose to visit South Africa, this kind of thing happens. Because to me, it was like, imagine this person, it's their first time in South Africa, and then while they are in South Africa trying to see the beautiful country that we have, this kind of stuff happens. So I felt like, you know, I should actually apologize on behalf of everyone. So even with the Nigerians and people from outside South Africa, I truly am sorry, and I do wish that there was something that I could do to help. And you know, maybe if because they always say that, you know, you have to start something. So I'm only just one person, but I know that there are people that are, you know, that would stand with me and say, we are very sorry, and we really hope that this thing would end. And I didn't share any videos, and I'm sorry, I sometimes spoke in Zulu, guys. You know, when something is touching and it's frustrating, even English sometimes just goes. But I tried. Anyways, I hope you enjoy your week. Please do continue to watch my videos and give this video a thumbs up, and also share this video. And you know, for all the East and South, East and West African brothers and sisters, I really am sorry, and I hope that, you know, our government will fix the situation, and I hope, you know, we all will be safe and live in harmony, because we all need each other. We are all black people. Doesn't matter where you were born, we are all black people. And yeah, that's it, guys. Enjoy your week, have a productive week, and thank you so much for the love.